Lagiacrus, I'm not going to say the other way, is officially back in Monster Hunter. And I have to say, while I am very excited for so many of you that have been waiting for this monster to come back, I actually don't have a big frame of reference for this. So I'm excited, but I'm less excited and much more excited about Steve, my boy Seregios, being back because I fell in love with Seregios' moveset in Monster Hunter Sunbreak, and I fell in love with the dance between him and I with my switch axe. Let's check out Lagiacrus' theme from Monster Hunter Tri before we hop over to Monster Hunter Wilds. I was not a fan of how they handled Mizutsune's theme in Wilds. I felt a little bit stripped away. It lost a little bit of its flavor from Monster Hunter Rise, but I also had heard that many more times. So curious to hear how this goes. So let's check out Monster Hunter Tri's version first. I actually love the percussion in there. You hear the bongo drums and you sense you get the size of Lagiacrus. Now all these pieces for the most part do a great job of showcasing size, certain personality traits. Now I think Lagiacrus in this particular case just feels very like dangerous. It's cool, and it's a little bit of a mix of both the hunter and Lagiacrus in there. Keep going. Yeah, I wonder if that's not water. Blah, yada, da, yada. That's really nice. So you get this ba 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 ba, and then you get this little repeat over in the strings and then in the bass. Check this out. This is really pretty. Now it doubles. That's the hunter whale. The trumpet's hunter. That's gorgeous. Tons of excellent trumpets. I mean, God, Monster Hunter's music is so orchestral. I just love it so much. I love that though. I love the harmony. So good. I think there is the sound of elegance. Right there. See, that's tail swipes. There's this little glimmer of like watching Lagiacrus just like smooth around, right? And then the dangers in the horns. Also fast for how big Lagiacrus is. Just massive. Right? There's just the sense of like, whoa, this thing is like flying around, especially in the water. There's this like smoothness, despite size, of just how, serious this is. Right there, glorious little melody there. Is that could be the hunter's like pursuit. I think to me that has a softness in it that really lends itself to the idea that like Lagiacrus is majestic in a way, and we, we're underwater, so we're swimming and we are face to face with this thing, and yet we still have the ability to like, I don't know, or maybe it's just all about Lagiacrus, and we hear the smoothness and the I don't know, the elegance, the majesty of this thing. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of the sound of almost like respect. I also like the little horn call there. Boo, boo. It's almost as if that's the sound that Lagiacrus makes. Let's hop over to Tremors on Land and see for the update. I'm really excited to hear what this sounds like. Thank you, Shinkai, for uploading this, by the way. There's an increase in tempo here, which is really interesting. This is quite nice. I appreciate how we pull away from right from the get-go. Okay, yeah, I will say that I prefer the violins, the strings use in the original a little bit better. This like sort of tinny violin solo doesn't really do it for me, but it does feel like it's slightly increased in tempo. I'm not liking that solo violin, no. Nice doubling. Love the use of the bongo in there. Percussion. Also love the snake sound too in there, this sort of rain. There's a little bit of extra sort of like percussiveness in there that I think describes Lagiacrus as more of a serpent wyvern. Oh, I don't know if Lagiacrus is a serpent wyvern. I don't think so. There's this slight sound element in there that really enhances the thing, fills it out a little bit, and it's less orchestral and more exotic or foreign, which I think works really well. A slight slow. That's so interesting. I mean, again, what an interesting little corner for this piece anyway. Regardless of all of the rest of it, what I find really interesting is that we include this little moment, this little motif of almost beauty, of grace. It has a totally different soundscape to it, both in the Tri version and in this version. I actually liked the slowdown in this version. It felt a bit more elegant. It feels a bit more romantic, a little bit more thoughtful. And I don't know if that's just supposed to be like admiration or admiring the thing, or really like the sound of us having to rally and do what's needed. That being said, I still think that it lacks a little bit of the oomph that the original did. But A, do we care? And B, does it even matter? And the answer is no, it doesn't matter. And do we care? Well, we should care, but I don't think it's a big deal. I just want to keep listening here. That's gorgeous, though. It just takes on such an interesting character. The back half of this theme is so luxurious. It's so elegant. And actually, I'm pretty sure it was more fleshed out in this Wilds version than it was in the Tri version. Just on first listening, I'm not like deep analysis sitting here like listening to this a bunch of times back and forth, but I definitely think that there are periods of the new theme that the reimagining of the theme that sort of maybe lack a little bit of oomph, but then in this back half, this is way more beautiful to my ear than in the Tri version. It's a really nice, it's really well done. I will definitely give it to this sound team. Like that's beautiful. It's really, really, really well done. I feel like it really encapsulates the Lagiacrus sound that we hear from Tri. I think it also lifts it a little bit and makes it more unique, really leans into the elegance of it, which I think is really, I mean, having seen what Lagiacrus looks like, I mean, I've been very hyped to fight this monster. I haven't done it yet. It's just so elegant and also very, very big. And so you hear all of those things at one time. It's really nice. It's a really special theme, I think, actually. You get that little sound effect back there? That's a cool way to pay honor to Lagiacrus's like liverness. It's such a great little theme, isn't it? It's just so interesting because it's really not a sound that I would attribute to Monster Hunter in any way. Like there are moments in Monster Hunter that are not fight moments that are really, really elegant like this. And not to say that there isn't elegant moments in Monster Hunter soundtrack or that harken back to other monsters, but with Lagiacrus being so big, I mean, this is maybe my second time listening to this. The quality in it is just incredibly elegant. It's just a nice theme, isn't it? I'm going to finish it out because it's so pretty. Like I think that I wish that was fuller. There are certain parts of Tri's version that are a little bit thicker in the orchestration. There's more instruments. The string, that obviously that's danger, that's fear, it's tension. It's a little bit richer in the original Tri version just because there's more strings involved. That's really my only sort of note on this piece, that I feel like it loses a little bit of the brilliance or the sonoral depth that we get from Tri. Now, that being said, really, really just, it's still really well done. Like, this is majestic. Wait, is that like a theme from Tri? Because that's so elegant. That's got to be like a different. That's got to be something else mixed in with Lagiacrus. I mean, it's obviously it exists in the other one too, but there's something really special about that. Love that like tonic resolution, just sustained with the drums. And then we thrust back into it. It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's a great reimagining of it. Let's hop over to my boy Steve. I fell in love with Steve so hard. Not really for his music per se, but I just want to listen to some breaks a little bit. You just hear the like, shoo, shoo, pew. What I like about Sir Aegeus' theme is that it's kind of nonstop. It's just constant. I love Steve. The piano. This is the most memorable part, really. Like you can just hear that like this dude is just a menace. He's constantly attacking you. He's constantly on you. Honestly, I find Seregios' theme as a huge fan of Seregios fairly forgettable. It doesn't really like, I'm not like, oh man, Seregios' theme is just the best thing ever. It's not really how I vibe. It lacks a certain melodic intention that I feel kind of missing from the piece. But I am curious to hear how how Seregios is in Wilds. And I'm not saying Seregios. I'm not. Oh! Oh my God. Oh my God, what a glow up. I mean, it's basically fundamentally it's the same, but it's a little bit fuller, it's louder, it has a little bit more a body to the sound. I still love the like essence of, I can't wait to fight Seregios. Love that, the horn dominance there is really great. Yeah, you feel like an implicit danger in this theme, actually, and in reality, I think that this version is actually a big glow up for me personally. I really like this piece. There's a little bit more dominance in the melodic idea a little bit earlier. There's a little bit more like, what the hell? This guy's scary. And that too is it's done so well. It's almost mysterious. It's almost like, whoa, where did he go? What's he doing? What is he gonna do? You know what I mean? It's just, love the percussion emphasis as well. Oh, he turns around. Like that's me. He's really like he's right there. Oh shit! You know. I love this. This is tension, you know. And you hear the jumping, dum 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 dum. Like that's just all like shunk shunk shunk. You know what I mean? There's nice doubling there. Yeah, I'm really happy. If there's one monster I'm extremely partial to, it's absolutely Seregios, and I think it was handled unbelievably well in the Wilds update. Really, 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 really happy with how that sounds. Not to say that the original was, you know, from Sunbreak at least, was bad or anything, but just that's the one that I have heard the most, I guess, because I built his whole armor set. I really felt really connected to Seregios as a combatant. It's definitely one of my favorite fights, even though it can be kind of samey with just dive bombing at all times. But Seregios is amazing. I'm really happy to hear this sort of just this elevated experience. Whereas with Lagiacrus, it's great. Just little subtle shifts and changes that really made that new version as special, I think, as Try. This one really feels like it's just a proper glow up, in my opinion, while retaining basically the entirety of its identity from Sunbreak and probably from Generations or for you. I'm really excited to dive into this update. Thanks a ton, and I'll see you later.